ink drinkers, and welcome back to the Blind Girls Book Talk podcast. My name is Belle, and normally it's my sister Aria doing this introduction, and she pretty much runs this podcast with me. But we are two legally blind sisters who love books, and we started this podcast to just discuss what we like about books, what we wish we could change about books, just different bookish content. However, today is a bit different. Aria is not with me, which is shocking. So instead, I invited my roommate and best friend Beth to come on with me today and just kind of do a little this and that bookish Q&A. Now, let me also preface, Beth does read.
I do read, yes.
So we both do read. So I think hopefully we do well, or you do well.
Oh, wow. Stakes are high.
Our
friendship could end.
Our friendship could end very quickly. So, anything you want to say before we get started?
Not really. My name's Beth.
I think we've covered that.
We've covered that. Oh, the first time I met Belle, she said a book quote to me after I said the words, "I want to die." And Belle said, "Well, if you're going to die, you better hurry up and do it quickly to decrease the surplus population." And I went, "Oh, Dickens."
Yes.
And a friendship was born.
Yes. Okay, but are you ready to get started then?
Let's go.
Okay, so just to preface, I will give each an option. We'll each answer. I'm sure, though, a lot of these will repeat some stuff that Aria and I have discussed in the past, but I thought it'd be fun, so here we are. Okay, first one. Fiction or nonfiction?
I think I like nonfiction topics, but in like a fiction world. Do you know what I mean?
Nonfiction topics in like a fiction world?
Kind of like Natasha Preston's The Cellar.
Oh, okay, that's still fiction.
So, yeah. I'd go
You
with
like fiction. You
Yes.
like realistic fiction.
Realistic
We'll
fiction.
go with that.
Yes.
I also like fiction. I'm not a big nonfiction. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Audiobook or physical book?
Physical book.
I'm the same
I
way.
like being able to hold something.
Same. Read online, buy at store.
Does it mean like buy books online versus like in a bookstore?
We're going to go with that, yeah.
Okay. Guess it would depend on the book, but I'd really rather go to a bookstore.
There are books that I have to buy online because I can't find them at bookstores, and there are books that I will buy online if I know I like the author. But normally I like going to a bookstore, so
yeah.
I know the answer to this one for both of us.
Do
Romance or thriller?
Thriller.
Yeah. We both hate romance.
Romance makes us want to vomit.
Yeah, we don't like
literally.
romance. Late nights or early mornings?
Ooh, like which would I rather read during?
Yeah, sure.
I do enjoy late night book reads, especially if it's a thriller, because then it's just moody.
I'm just an any time of day.
You really are. More often than not, I walk into Belle's room and she always has a book in her hand.
Yes, I normally always have a book. Okay, annotate books or leave it clean?
I wreck my books. I annotate them.
I annotate mine.
Took everything in me not to annotate your copy of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder when I read it. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, this is Belle's copy. She'll kill me.
Yeah, so preface, I have been on the lookout for a paperback copy of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, like for a long time. And if those of you who are longtime listeners of this podcast, you know that is one of my all-time favorite books. Well, I finally found a paper copy, and I was telling Beth, "Oh, you have to read this." And sadly, the old bookstore that we went to only had one copy.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "I'll buy it and I'll let you borrow it." And so she borrowed it. So thank you for not writing in it, because my
You're
goal
very
is to mark
welcome.
up that book.
I know. I was like, I can't assist her with this goal, because this needs to be a her goal.
Yes, it's my goal. Okay, library or bookstore?
I prefer the atmosphere of a bookstore. I find bookstores to be more homey.
I
don't mind a library.
like the idea of a library. I never feel comfortable in them for some reason.
Me either. I always just You squeak a chair and it's everyone staring at you.
Yeah, I mean, I say that like I didn't work in my high school library.
That is true.
Yeah, but I did work in my high school library. I was like a tutor, library assistant type deal. But I also just don't like library books. I don't know. I think I just have a bad taste in my mouth from them.
Yeah.
Because growing up, my librarian in elementary school was a jerk.
Oh no.
So, like, we had to get, like, a book a week to read. And because of my vision, she's like, oh, audiobooks. Or, like, visual book. Like, you know, like, books on tape. So that's all I had. And that was all I was allowed to get. Like, all my friends were getting chapter books and anything. I legit picked the same 3 books, and that's all I had to go through. So I think my 3 no, I lied. 2. I would.
You had 2 books.
I had 2 books that I could get because all the rest were like preschool baby. Not like the 2 that I had constantly picked out weren't much better because it was legit Corduroy the Bear and like some weird book about a wild horse thing. I don't know. I don't remember. But it was like this rainbow horse. It was weird. But every night before that like day of school that I had library class, I'd have to like just put the tape in. By the time I finished elementary school, I had those memorized. But
y'all, this is an example of putting differently abled people into a box. Don't do that.
Yes,
crap.
don't do that. Yeah.
It's not okay.
Oh, and so she was our librarian and our like computer teacher. They were husband and wife.
Oh.
Both of whom didn't think I could do anything because of my vision. I get into high school. I'm like freshman in high school, and my mom comes and tells me because she worked at our local like blind association, so they would go and screen kindergartners for low vision or any vision problems. Like, hey, you should get your child tested for glasses. She goes and she recognizes the name of one of the kids and realizes that it's their kid. Like, it looks like his dad. And the son has low vision. I've never seen karma hit
that is
more than that.
That is the most perfect karma for them.
Yes, I hope the child is doing well. And, I know as a parent it's hard to deal with that, especially because I've seen my parents do it. However, they wouldn't let me do anything.
Positive vibes to their child.
Yes. Okay, let's get back to our topic. We went on a little tangent.
I mean, it was fun.
It was fun, but we're going back. Okay, plot or characters? Which do you like more?
I need to be invested in a plot in order to continue a book.
I'm with you. I also need a plot more so than I need characters.
Are great, but what are they doing? What is their purpose? I need to know.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one. Magic system or world building?
Can you elaborate on that, please?
Okay, so world building, just like Tolkien. How Tolkien can create fantasy worlds, that's more so the magic system. World building is just
like D&D? Building a world in D&D?
Yeah, we'll go with that, because I think that's what that means.
What was the other option?
World building.
World building.
So I think that's just description of real world.
I guess I'd go with world.
Yeah, I'd probably go with world. I mean, I'm not a fantasy person, so...
Yeah.
Okay, here's one. Do you like enemies to lovers or friends to lovers?
I'm a sucker for a good enemies to lovers.
I am too.
Because I find it so funny.
They have such a better dynamic. I'm sorry. Also...
It's also fun to laugh at, like, you hated each other literally 3 hours ago.
I mean, yeah.
How did we get here?
It is funny. I like those dynamics better than the friends to lovers because
they're more interesting.
They're more interesting. Okay, so do you like known magical powers? Like if you were to read a fantasy book, known magical powers, like everybody in the world gets like these 3 magic powers. Or do you like new magical powers? Like all of a sudden this kid can control lightning or something.
I love a good Stephen King novel, so I'm gonna go with new powers.
No,
because like stuff like Firestarter was a really good. Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you that. I think I'm more known because I mean I think I just
You also say you're never going to read Stephen King. Maybe it's because I like Stephen King.
Stephen King, I'm sorry. I could probably read some of his stuff when he wasn't on drugs, but like, there's no way I could get through his stuff of when he was on drugs. I couldn't. I
understand.
Okay.
It's very dark.
Next one. Standalone or a series?
Ooh, this one's tough. I'm going to go with a series.
I would probably... See, like, okay, here's my thing.
It's hard.
It's hard because anybody who knows, again, who's been a listener, I have a vendetta with series that are more than trilogies. Because if it's more than a trilogy, I always hate the third book. Like, hate it. Like, I can't get through it. Like, it's pulling teeth to get me through it. Like, that's with every series I've read.
So, Hunger Games.
Never read Hunger Games.
Really?
Don't want to. No. Anyway, like the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. Love that series. Love it to death. Hate the third book.
I'm sorry.
Hate the third book with a passion. Love the other three. But like that third book, man, can't get through it. The From Blood and Ashes series. Third book, man, couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. I said I'll read the synopsis and then read the fourth book.
This is why you need to read The Lord of the Rings.
No, we're moving on because you brought that up.
That's a joke.
You brought that up, we're moving on. Adult or young adult?
You know, I think some of the young adult topics nowadays have gotten a lot better from when we were first
young
high
adults?
School.
Yeah, I'd say because it used to be a lot of the young adult were like mainly romance based, kind of. Like there weren't really any good thrillers. It was legit fantasy or romance. Like there was no like real good
when we were growing
thrillers.
Up, we had crap like Twilight.
Yes, we had Twilight. We were the Hunger Games Divergent generation.
Were we City of Bones?
Kind of, not really. Like, Twilight and City of Bones was, like, right before us.
That's true.
And then we were the Hunger Games and Divergent and that.
I'm going to have to go with adult, like, for my final answer, because their topics are just more interesting.
I'm going to stick with young adult just because I haven't made the full switch to adult yet because some of the adult books get me mad. Like, they get me mad. And sometimes I just need a young adult book because you just have things thrown in like a random explosion. And I'm just like, okay. Don't know why we have a random explosion, but did not see that one coming.
It's like watching a Michael Bay movie.
Honestly, yes. Okay, would you rather read on the couch or a bed?
Bed.
Bed.
I'm a sucker for reading on my bed. I just feel more cozy.
I will read anywhere, so pass. Paperback or hardcover?
Paperback. I can't do hardcover. I mean, I can do hardcovers, but I freaking hate the book sleeves.
That's why I take my book sleeves off.
I do too. I borrowed a book from Belle recently. A couple weeks ago. It was The Final Girl Support Group, and it was a hardcover. And I deliberately left the book sleeve in her room because I'm like, this is awful.
Yeah. I'm kind of in between. I like paperback because they're lighter. However, I love hardback because A, I can throw it at people as a weapon. B, I am a terror. Like, Beth can attest. She lives with me. I am the most organized terror that you will ever meet. I'm so rough with, like, anything. Like, my notebooks, I don't know how they are able to be put together after a semester of college.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am a force to be reckoned with. I'm a chaos tornado.
She is.
Yeah.
But you're my chaos tornado.
Oh, that makes it so much better.
I mean, I'm yours, technically.
Yeah, technically. Okay, comfy socks or comfy blanket?
Blanket.
I'm also blanket.
Blankets all the way.
Although I am currently wearing socks that say, if you can read this, bring me a pickle.
Wait, really? I didn't.
I'm wearing a pair of comfy socks that say, if you can read this, bring me a pickle. I thought you'd get a kick out of that.
Next time you have like one of your really bad headaches, just wear
I'll wear these socks.
And I'll go get you pickles.
Anyway, meet your favorite author, meet your favorite character.
Ooh. I'm going to have to go with character on that one.
I'm also character.
Who is your favorite character?
That's a hard one.
Okay, I'll rephrase. So it's a little easier. If you could pick a character to meet out of a book that you read recently, who'd it be?
I would probably have to say probably Pip.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm finally on the, again, this episode is coming out way later, but at the time of recording, I am currently finishing the last book in the Good Girls Guide to Murder series. But then I think if you get the two of us in a room together, we will make the world explode.
Probably.
Honestly, we probably would.
There's no such thing as a murder board with you. It'd be a murder room.
We'd have a room.
Red string
everywhere. We'd have like reenactment mannequins and yeah. Who would you meet? Who would you meet?
Ooh, probably Lewis from The Cellar.
Yeah, you have been on him.
I know. I mean, hey, get you a guy who's going to go through heck and back for you to find you when you get kidnapped for 7 months. He did not give up. He kept going. He broke into houses.
He broke into houses.
My kind of guy.
Good gravy.
I don't endorse robbery or trespassing.
Yeah.
So you know.
Yeah, please. I don't endorse any of that. Anyway, before she does more things to incriminate herself, Beth, classics are new.
Ooh, I love a good classic. Like Pride and Prejudice, I could always go back to.
Yeah.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
To Kill a Mockingbird, yeah, classics. Mm-hmm. But I'm just a sucker for the classics. Read with tea or read with coffee?
You know I have a coffee addiction.
I know. I was like, just say coffee. Get it over with.
I'm addicted. It's bad.
You know me. I love coffee, but like I try not to drink it with my migraines. So I only drink it on like if I'm really craving coffee. So I'm a tea drinker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, couch or coffee shop?
I love the idea of reading in a coffee shop. I don't think I would be able to keep focus. So I'm going to have to go with couch. I like being undisturbed while reading.
I'd read at a coffee shop if I had a coffee shop to go to. Okay, next one. Bookmark or dog ear?
I dog ear.
No!
I know. I knew you were going to come for me when I said that, but I can't hide this lie anymore.
Beth,
it's been eating me alive.
Why are you my best friend? I need to find a best friend.
Because I inserted myself in your life. We've been over this.
That is true. You inserted yourself, and I still can't find out how to get rid of you. Okay, would you rather be able to read lots of genres or just the same genre throughout a year?
I haven't really branched outside of one specific genre for a year now.
Yeah, I'm the same.
But, I mean, I would be open to broadening horizons, so I guess read multiple genres.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with same genre just because I'm boring. Okay, here's a good one. Movie based on a book or show based on a book?
Ooh, I think I prefer shows based on books because you can peel back more layers than you can with a movie.
Yeah, I like shows better.
Yeah.
Like if you are not an adult, do not look up this one. But the Outlander show, that one was a big one that I liked because they did stick fairly true to the books. I mean, from what I know, granted, I only read up to, again, the third book. No. I think I read to the fourth.
Really?
I think I read to the fourth. I don't remember. I read to the third or fourth before the curse got to me, man. But anyway, that stuck pretty true to the books from what I know. And then I'm excited because A Good Girl's Guide to Murder is becoming a BBC TV show.
Yes.
So
I did read that.
Yes, I'm so excited. So if that turns out bad, I may change my answer to a book should be left alone.
I mean, there are some great book-to-movie adaptations. Harry Potter was fantastic.
I have not seen all the films. I need to.
Yeah.
I need to.
The films were great.
Yes. Anyway, another question, and I think this is the last one, and I know because it's going to be difficult for you.
Oh.
So would you rather, when you're reading, drink coffee or tea or wine?
Why do you have to bring alcohol into it. It makes it harder.
I know, which is why I said this is the last one, because I know you.
I love coffee so much.
You do.
But I think I love wine more.
You think you love wine more?
Girl, I finished that giant bottle of sangria last night.
I know you did. I know. I saw you do it too.
You didn't stop me.
I can't stop you. What do you think I am? Like Superman?
No, I know you.
Yeah, you know I can't stop you.
It's very true. I can't stop you from making choices either.
Yeah, we endorse each other's bad decisions,
really
which is
do.
why we can't be left alone.
I'm gonna have to go with wine.
Wine?
Yes.
You're finally you would give up coffee for wine when you're reading a book.
Yes.
Oh, girl, no. I'll stick with my tea, but all right. Well, that's about all the time we have for today. So join me next week. I'm sure I'll be back with Aria. If not, the world is ending and who knows what's happening. But if you liked this or want to hear more from us, let us know. Please share, comment, do all the things that you can do that I don't know of. Let's see, what else? I don't do this, so I don't know what I'm doing.
It's okay.
Check out our Instagram at Blind Girls Books. We try to have fun. But anyway, so thank you for joining me today, Beth. And
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You will probably see Beth again here sometime in the future. But until next time, thank you for listening. Bye.
Bye.